Okay, so for this video, we're going to be looking at a little bit of backup in the key is C. For this video, we're going to keep it nice and simple. We're going to use a forwards reverse roll for a reminder as to what that is. That's the third string with the thumb, the second string with the pointer finger, the first string with the middle finger, the fifth string with the thumb, the first string with the middle finger, second string with the pointer finger, third string with the thumb, and the first string with the middle finger. So altogether, that is third, second, first, fifth, first, second, third, first. One more time. So that's the roll that we're going to be using. So for the chords that we're going to be using primarily 2-finger and 3-finger versions of the chords. So the C, we would normally have a full C chord like this, with the ring finger on the first string, 2nd fret, middle finger on the 2nd fret, the 4th string, and the pointer finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. But for this one, we're going to drop the middle finger because we don't need it. So we're going to be playing the forwards reverse roll that I just showed you. And then the F chord that we're going to be using, we're going to slide our ring finger up to the 3rd fret, and then we're going to grab the 3rd string at the 2nd fret with the middle finger, and play that forwards reverse roll again. And then for the G chord, instead of playing an open chord, what we're going to do is we're going to take this F chord and we're going to slide it up 2 frets. So that the ring finger's at the 5th fret, the middle finger's at the 4th fret, and the pointer finger is at the 3rd fret. And so that's the forwards reverse roll. So to start with, we're just going to keep this exercise nice and simple. We're just going to go with the forwards reverse roll. We're going to do the C chord, to the F chord, up to the G, back to the C. So we'll do that one more time, but I won't call out the chords this time. We're going to move from C to F to G. So starting with the C, 1, 2, ready, go. And then the other way that you could end this with that simple chord progression is, instead of going back to the C, this C, we could go up to. So there's a couple of different ways that you can play this. If you want to just kind of keep these 3 fingers on the same strings, you could slide them up so that everything's on the 5th fret. Kind of looks like that. It's a little bit scrunched up there, but it's the 5th fret for the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. The other way you could do that is, instead of doing to that, instead of scrunching those up, we could just bar with our pointer finger. Or you can bar at the middle if that finger works a bit better for you. So what that would look like, let's use the middle finger for this example. The middle finger works a little bit better too in this scenario, because you can take that middle finger, slide it up to that 5th fret, and then just flatten it and grab all the other strings. Whereas if you were to go with the pointer finger, it still works, but it's a little bit more work to get to that 5th fret. However, it is a personal preference thing. It doesn't really matter in the end which one you use. So let's do that exercise again. So starting with the C chord with our forwards reverse roll. 1, 2, ready, go. And then from there, you can jump back down to the regular C, because that's kind of hard to bar there and just hold that C for long periods of time. So the way that I would do that is, as we're working up, so we got I would literally, as soon as I hit that 5th string, I just pick up my hand when I'm hitting the 3rd string, and then I move it back down to that regular C chord. So nice and slowly, that's going to look like. Just like that. So now I want to add in a little bit more flavor from going between these 3 chords. So we're going to keep the C to F the same. So but now this time when we're going to the F to the G, let's add in a slide. Let's take this middle finger on the 3rd string and let's do a 2 to 4 slide. So what that's going to look like is we're going to do a forwards reverse roll. Nothing with the right hand changes. Everything is just sliding up with the middle finger in the left hand. So let's do that again. So we've got all the way back to the C. We're going to start with the C chord. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so now let's add in one more thing. So let's say we want to get back to this C from, let's say we want to get back to that a little bit easier. I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can get back to that C. So we're going to go start with our G chord, right? So, but instead of going all the way through that, we're going to kind of use half of that roll. So we're going to do the 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, 5th string, and then we're going to move this pointer finger over to the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and we're going to grab the 2nd string at the 5th fret with either the middle or the ring finger. Again, it doesn't matter a whole lot, it's just a personal preference thing. And then we're going to do 1st string, 2nd string, and then we're going to do the 1st string open, and there's 2 ways that we can end this. We can either go back to that 2nd string at the 1st fret, or we can do, which is the 5th fret on the 3rd string. That's just a personal preference thing, just depending on how you want to end or where you're going to go next with the backup that you're playing. So let's do that like one more time just so that we can get the hang of it. So we're going to start on the 3rd fret, nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, go. And for those who want to go to the 5th fret instead, let's do that again. 1, 2, ready, go. And if you do decide to go to that 5th fret on the 3rd string, you're hitting that 5th string with your thumb, so you want to go with your pointer finger on the 3rd string. So here, I'll give you a right hand view as to what that looks like. So for going to the 5th fret as the ending C note, it's going to look like. One more time. That's middle, thumb, pointer finger. It's the same for going to the 2nd string too, but you're just plucking the 2nd string with the pointer finger rather than the 3rd string. So alright, so now let's try and put that together. So we've got the G chord. So grab your G chord, and we're just going to do, I'll play it first for y'all. So it's going to sound like this. So I'll call out those strings real quick. So we got our G chord. So that's 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, 5th string, moving a pointer finger over, 1st string, 2nd string, first string, fifth string, second string, or third string if you're grabbing that fret. So one more time, that's third, second, first, fifth, first, second, first, second. So now let's try and throw that into the little pattern that little chord progression that we've been doing. So let's add in everything that we've been working on so far. So starting with our C chord with the forward reverse roll, it's going to sound like this. One more time, we'll do that a little bit slower this time. 1, 2, ready, go. So that's ending on the C, but if you're keeping track of how the notes are falling in the measures, you'll notice that C starts right at the beginning of a measure. So what are we going to do with the rest of that measure to kind of fill it out and get back into the chord progression? So the way that I would do that is, since that C is going to be a quarter note, I would use part of a forwards roll to get back into it. So the part of the forwards roll that I would use is I'd grab that partial C chord again, and what we're going to do is there's a couple of different ways you can do this, but for now let's use the forwards roll. That is the fifth string, third string, first string, fifth string, third string, first string. I think I said that wrong. That's fifth, third, first, fifth, third, first. So as we're doing that, it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if we were coming out of our little descending lick that we have, so or instead of doing fifth, third, first, you could do fifth, second, first if you want to get that C note in there. So that would sound like, give you a little bit better as to what that left hand looks like. Or for those who want to go with that fifth fret option, we're going to go, and then you're going to put your ring finger down on the fifth fret of the first string. And that one does sound a lot better if you just stick with the one, or the fifth string, third string, first string pattern. So one more time with that pattern. Alright, so now that we've got that little ending lick, let's go through our chord progression one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. And now let's do it the other way. 1, 2, ready, go. So now, let's say we want to go through that chord progression twice in a row. So we're going to be going back to that second fret. That's the example I'm going to use. You can also go to that fifth fret if you prefer. But we're going to do that chord progression twice in a row just so you get the feel as to what that sounds like. 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, that's just a little bit on how to do some backup in C. I hope that was helpful to y'all. Yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.